Elon, the Fourth Circuit just gave the green light to shut down USAID, and all I can say is finally. After decades of untraceable spending, political funneling, and outright fraud, someone had the guts to cut the cord.
It's about time. I looked into USAID months ago. The waste was staggering. Billions funneled into so-called NGOs, many of them connected to known terrorist organizations. That's not aid. That's government-sponsored chaos.
And of course, the same activists who cry democracy every 5 seconds suddenly forget that the president and Congress are the ones elected to oversee spending, not unelected bureaucrats hiding in agencies like USAID.
Judge Chung tried to block us with a temporary injunction. No real evidence, just a power grab and a robe. Thankfully, the Fourth Circuit saw through it and overturned his nonsense.
You mean his bullshit?
Exactly, his bullshit.
Let's not forget this judge had ties to groups suing the Trump administration while ruling on this case. That's conflict of interest 101. And yet he didn't recuse himself. He pushed to reinstate USAID while actively benefiting the people suing to keep it alive.
It's a shell game. USAID gives money to NGOs. The NGOs fund political action groups. The groups fund Democrat campaigns. The campaigns keep USAID alive. It's circular corruption.
And now it's dead. Not just paused, closed. That's the win. Staff fired, doors shut. And taxpayers finally off the hook for $4.2 billion in miscellaneous aid. You ever seen $4 billion labeled as miscellaneous, Elon?
Only in corrupt systems. That money was going to ghost entities, sometimes in regions controlled by terrorist networks. Hamas in Gaza alone got over $120 million. Our own government designated them as terrorists, then funded them. That's not incompetence. That's betrayal.
You know what this reminds me of? That time the Pentagon lost track of trillions and nobody blinked. Now, USAID can't account for billions, and suddenly we're supposed to trust the same people telling us they're helping the world.
Right, and even when we try to ask simple questions like, where's the money going? They throw up walls, legal walls, political walls, bureaucratic fog, anything to stop transparency.
Let's talk about how we even got here. The rot didn't start yesterday. These agencies, USAID, DOE, HUD, they grew unchecked. The government kept funding them, not based on performance, but politics.
They turned into black holes, budget black holes. Money went in and nobody knew where it landed. The only ones tracking it were watchdog groups. And they kept getting ignored.
And when someone finally stepped up, like you, the system hit back. How dare you ask questions, they screamed. How dare you audit us? They act like audits are attacks.
I'd argue not doing audits is the attack. On taxpayers, on the Constitution, on basic decency.
Now we're hearing the same judges who blocked deportations of gang members are the ones trying to stop financial reform. Why? Because it's the same circle of influence, same corrupt network.
USAID was funding groups aligned with radical ideologies, not by accident, on purpose. They knew what they were doing. You don't wire $164 million to miscellaneous groups in Gaza by mistake.
Hell, you and I both know half these groups are fronts, PR shields. They slap on a nice name, Global Aid Alliance or Peace for the Future, and behind the curtain, it's organized crime with a grant letter.
The worst part? Nobody voted for this. Americans didn't ask for their tax dollars to support terrorism or fund political slush. That was done behind closed doors, in boardrooms, in smoke-filled back rooms with people nobody elected.
And when the smoke clears, we see it for what it is. This wasn't charity. It was a money laundering operation, period.
That's why this win matters. Not because USAID is gone, but because the blueprint is now public. Dismantle, audit, defund, reform. Rinse and repeat.
It sends a message to every bureaucrat, every corrupt politician, every shady NGO. We're watching, and we're not backing down.
There's still more work to do. The Department of Education is next, the CDC. Any agency hiding behind fake oversight is on the list.
And I hope Congress is listening, because if they don't get on board, they're part of the problem.
This is about restoring sanity, about restoring actual representation. You elect a government to govern, not to outsource your money to invisible hands.
If democracy means anything, it means oversight. And until now, nobody was doing their damn job.
Well, now we are.
And we're just getting started. This is what real reform looks like. Big thanks to Chris Dallas and Celebrity Recreations, the best scriptwriter and the most fearless creative team on the internet, hands down.
They tell it like it is, not for money, not for clicks, but because it's the truth. Videos like this don't get monetized. When there's honesty, there's no payout, but they still do it because it matters.
So if you believe in truth, if you believe in fearless storytelling, support this channel. Like the video, leave a comment, share it with everyone you know, and hit that subscribe button.
Chris Dallas and Celebrity Recreations, the name says it all. Unique, bold, unapologetic.
And always straight from the heart. So folks, please subscribe, like the video, comment down below so we can hear you, and share this with everyone you know. Let's help others find out what the truth really is. And until next time, Robert Davi and Elon Musk are out of here.